I'm not centered. I'm this way. This way? No, I'm this way.
Yeah,
Okay.
to the right. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Hey
Okay.
everybody!
It's really confusing. Anyway, all right, we're starting. Hey everyone, welcome to our fifth live stream. We'll be talking about High School Musical, the musical, the series, season 3, episode 5. I'm joined by Ammie and Daniela, and now uh, I guess we can start from the beginning. I just watched the episode, so I really don't even remember the beginning.
I
Do you guys
also
have any
just watched
thoughts?
the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we're starting at the beginning, we open up with Mad Gina. Gina's upset about, the letter she found.
Mhm. Yep. um yeah, like I don't even like okay, I wonder like what happened, I guess in between that and I've like I was so intrigued at the fact that like Carlos is involved with
Mm,
the drama side of it now.
mm,
Um and yeah, I don't know, like I didn't really like the first half of the episode. I thought the more interesting stuff kind of happened after um Channing left. So I
mm-hmm.
don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, I don't think they showed us because I think it was probably like as simple as Val saying, uh, it had to be enough for Val to like basically say that she knows what's going on, but it had to not be enough for it not to matter that they didn't show us. So I'm sure Val just said something about, well, you're gonna have to talk to EJ about that. It's not my place. Um, yeah. Apparently, I was wrong last episode. I'm on a losing streak of theories. EJ did not leave the letter for Gina to find. Um, and yeah, I agree with you. Like as much as much that I do have in my notes, which to be honest isn't too much, a lot didn't happen in this episode. Um, I kind of don't like the whole fake drama thing because like it leaves a lot of space of like it doesn't matter what happened when it in regards to the fake drama. What do you think, Daniela?
It was so cringy. I feel like Carlos was the no offense to Carlos, I love my Carlos, but I feel like he was the perfect. He's like I feel like he would be the one for for the drama thing, the whole to help. It sounds bad, but I think I could see that coming of him doing all
Hmm.
that. It made sense to me. It was just weird.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole drama thing. I'm with you guys. I think it's weird.
Yeah.
What did surprise me though was EJ was open about needing to curate drama with everybody. Like I definitely would have guessed it would have been like he's like curating drama without them knowing.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't think that he was gonna be like, hey everybody, we need to have some drama on here. Also for actors, like for like characters who are supposed to be actors, they're really bad at pretending, and I hate that it's one of those like cliche TV tropes of, oh well, even though we act, we have to pretend to be bad at acting because of this situation.
Yeah, like Gina saying she can't improvise and I'm like, but didn't wasn't she like I know I guess she's like mostly a dancer, I guess. Well, she's both an actress and a dancer, but like I was like,
Hmm.
isn't that like such an essential part to acting is like knowing how to improvise or I don't know. Um and yeah, like I also thought like EJ was gonna like do thing like how you were saying he was gonna like create drama, stir up drama, but not um tell them that they were gonna be like these
Hmm.
stereotypical roles. And I thought that was weird. And I would have preferred, I think, if he had done the like stirring up some drama because I think it would have made it more interesting. I think that it was
Hmm.
supposed to be funny, and but it ended up being cringy, and I didn't
Yeah.
really enjoy it.
The episode did have the three B's: bombshells, betrayals, and bitch slaps. Oh no, Daniela.
Yeah. Oh, Daniela. Yeah.
Uh,
I'll
well,
keep
she'll
checking the
be
chat.
back.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, it had bombshells, betrayals, and bitch slaps. Bombshells. Ri- Not only the Maddox and Jet thing, which we'll get to later, but the Ricky and Gina stuff, which we'll get to later. Betrayals, the EJ Gina situation, and bitch slaps, Ricky slapping EJ.
Yeah.
Um, Real quick, do you want to go over just to remind everybody what everyone's role is supposed to be in the dramas?
Sure. Do you have the list? Because I
I
don't.
do.
Okay.
I,
Good.
I keep extensive notes about stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Um,
I
so
can't do that.
so
But.
Courtney's supposed to be the judgy one,
Hmm.
even though I feel like that's much more Carlos's role.
Yeah.
Um, Ricky is the jilted ex, which season one it would have been EJ, but yeah, Ricky's definitely been through it.
Yeah.
Ashlyn is the one with the dark past.
I honestly thought she would be the judgy one.
I thought she could have been the judgy one, honestly, especially
Yeah.
this season.
Yeah.
Maddox, aka Gadget, is the crier,
Hmm.
which it's weird to me how much they go back and forth on calling her by her real name and by her camp name. I'm
Yeah.
like, pick one.
Yeah. And she has three different names, so it's like I don't know. It's really
Yeah,
confusing.
yeah.
So
Now that Jet calls her Maddie, her name is Maddox, and apparently people are gonna call her Gadget,
right.
willy nilly.
And her name is Madison too. Like
No,
so.
the girl that she liked was Madison.
No, but they have the same name
Oh, I thought
apparently.
her name was Maddox,
Or
like completely.
I okay, wait, I'm not sure, but because I remember her saying we have the same name, so I don't know. There's like it's really
Oh,
confusing, but anyway,
I don't know. Gina's the one with the catchphrase, "Don't get me started."
I hated
Um,
that.
I also hated that.
Yeah.
EJ is here for the wrong reasons, which that does line up thematically because he was essentially here to have a great summer, but now he's here to prove something to his dad, so for the wrong reasons.
Hmm.
Val is the shrink, which I feel like they just gave to her because psych major.
Yeah.
Jet is the bad boy, which after what we learned this episode, yeah, he is a bad boy. I
He
would say he's a bad person.
Yeah, yeah, same. I was really shocked, and that was such a like that was probably the most uh surprising part or interesting part in this
Mhm.
episode, for me at least. Yeah. That
Yeah,
it got real there. Yeah.
yeah, that was definitely. I'm glad that they didn't have like Channing and the cameras on for
Mm,
that part.
yeah.
Um, Carlos is the instigator, which he did a bad job of.
Mhm. Yeah.
They had him be like the worst actor
Yeah. It
during this
was
scene.
Oh, and I was like the Olaf thing was like painful
Mm.
to
It
watch.
was. It was.
Yeah.
Rick. Yeah, that's all the roles. Let's talk about one of the best moments. Ricky slapping EJ.
I was I was so shocked. I was like, did he really do that? And nothing came out. Like they didn't like do anything. Like EJ just kind of took it and that was it and
Hmm.
it was kind of awkward. But like it reminded me of the of in season 1 where Ricky he hit EJ with a basketball. Like he's
Hmm.
just hitting him. It's like it's starting that cycle again, I guess, where
Yeah.
with but it's with Gina now instead of Nini and it's like I don't know. Like I feel like um, they're kind of redoing this. They're rehashing the same things that they've already done. I don't know, but
Hmm.
yeah.
But I think it's very in character of EJ not to really do anything because I feel like he's not a violent person. Um, and stuff. So like he would just kind of look at him sideways. And also, there's always like the excuse of like Ricky just got carried away.
Hmm.
He got distracted, so he wasn't like pulling his slap. So that's like a logical thought process for EJ to have.
Yeah.
I love the sound that it made. It it was satisfying.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, like I know I'm like one of those icky Ricky people, but like Ricky's like growing on me this episode.
Yeah, same. I mean, I did like the Gina and Ricky moment. The number that they
What is
did.
okay?
I
The number.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like I really liked it, and I guess I enjoyed it more than EJ and Gina last episode. I don't know. I was like,
Yeah,
why did they have more chemistry there?
yeah. Like I did notice that as well. Like I have it in my notes. Ricky and Gina song, 10 out of 10. It was really good. I don't know. This episode's making me feel some type of way about Ricky and Gina.
Yeah. And then just poor EJ, like in his Sven costume. I was like, no, like, ugh. I feel like they
Yeah,
hate him for some reason.
the costumes for this play are kind of bad.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was painful. I don't know. Like, and they're supposed to be, I guess, a higher production than the last two seasons.
Yeah,
Because
because like Corbin Blues, like they're making a documentary about the the musical, so I assume that the documentaries and Disney's funding this musical.
yeah, it's really weird.
But yeah,
But yeah,
between the Finn costume being bad and like the Olaf costume was bad, like I don't know why they did like sort of like an inflatable look rather than just like building a three like layered costume for Olaf. Like it's literally three circles that you put around somebody's body.
yeah. I don't know honestly, but and I feel like he's just there, like he's just sitting there or standing there. He
Mhm.
can't really move, and it's like not that's not what his character is supposed to do, right? Like Olaf is
Yeah,
very mobile,
bouncy. Yeah.
bouncy. Yeah, it's just it looks so awkward, especially the
Hmm.
nose. I was like, oh my god. But yeah. Um, what do you think about like Gina trying to make EJ jealous?
Um. Okay, so I actually didn't see it as Gina trying to make EJ jealous. I thought that like Gina was, do I felt like Gina was kind of like doing her role when she like kind of like during the number when she kind of like put on put her hand on Ricky's cheek and stuff, and like the whole "You're so strong" was part of the lines.
Mhm.
Because he followed it up with "I lift a bunch of ice." I don't think Gina was trying to do that. I think Gina was definitely like a little petty towards EJ, because she felt like he was keeping something from her. Um, but I don't think she was trying to make him jealous. Speaking of which, do you think it was okay? Do you think that Gina was in the right to be so petty towards EJ, or do you think that EJ like has a right to like take his time in telling somebody something? I mean, it's his personal matters.
Yeah, I don't think it was right for Gina to be so petty with EJ and even with Val because like
Hmm.
um I know that like okay, she's his girlfriend and everything, but like I don't know, like they Val and EJ know each other longer, so and he's also like the whole thing is affecting Daniela's on. The whole thing is affecting both of wait, why can't I okay. I, whole thing is affecting both of them. Um and so I like I think it's good that he has someone to talk to, like he needs someone to talk to so that like to figure out how to break the news to her. So I don't think that like I think communication is really lacking between them. So, but I don't think that Gina was like in the right in being so petty towards EJ. And I did take it as like her trying to make him jealous during the scene. I don't know, but I also feel like it might be just her um feeling like more confident with more comfortable with Ricky in doing the scene like that. I don't know, but and
Yeah.
also like afterward, like the fact that they talked afterward, and she was like
Hmm.
explaining and venting to him as well. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, I was definitely into like I said this episode made me feel some type of way about Ricky and Gina. I definitely saw the chemistry in the scene where they were sitting across from each other.
yeah. Daniela, what do you think about Ricky and Gina in this episode?
Oh my god. Uh, uh it's I did see the chemistry. Yeah, I can't lie. That's the elephant in the room. There is chemistry between them. I I just don't like it. I don't want it to happen. But they did. It was a really good scene. I do think that they did really good, and they sounded really good together. But I'm so mad.
Yeah, like I didn't like I think I told you guys this last time, but like from the beginning of the show when people were shipping Gina and Ricky, I was like I don't really see like the chemistry there, but I kind of understand why people ship them, but now I'm starting to see it. Now it's like very clear
Hmm.
that they're like they are good together, but like I think the fact that they put like EJ in the reindeer costume just like it it adds to that, like to the fact
Hmm.
that Ricky and Gina look better. Yeah.
It's
Um, so the so Ashlyn got a little defensive when Maddox insinuated that she was into Val. She did the whole like, no, I have a boyfriend, like defensive, like, oh, I don't want to be gay thing. So do you think that Ashlyn does like Val, or do you think that Ashlyn is literally just is genuine in being like, no, I have a boyfriend, I don't like Val.
I think she does like Val. I kind of think that was like implied or like kind of hinted at. Like I
Mm.
mean, Maddox thinking that she likes Val, but also the way that Ashlyn was talking about Val last episode, I think it kind of like hints at or indicates of her like liking her. I don't know.
Yeah, and
What
the way
about you?
that she was kind of like, the way that she was kind of like gushing towards Val and impressed
Mhm.
by her this episode. What do you think, Daniela?
honestly, can I thought her laugh was really funny. How she got really defensive, and then it went to EJ. He was like so confused. Did you guys see that? He was like, am I missing something? Like, what's going on?" I thought her laugh was really funny. How she got defensive. But see, I'm different. I think that she likes Maddox. I don't think that she likes Val.
Oh, uh, that could be a thing. I think Ashlyn and Maddox definitely could be a thing. I do think that she has a crush on Val, though. I don't think it's gonna be anything substantial. I think Val is the crush that makes Ashlyn realize that maybe Ashlyn likes girls too, and
Mhm.
then we'll get Ashlyn and Maddox.
Yeah, I agree. Because I did see like I saw people on Twitter last episode. They were like shipping Maddox and Ashlyn together. So I think there's like a chance of them um, being together, not Val and Ashlyn.
But
Like you just said. Yeah.
yeah, but it's weird though because like the only way like it'll be anything substantial is if Maddox and Jet like transfer over and stuff next season because like we have like 3 episodes left and like if Maddox and Jet like go off to whatever state uh or like whatever school they go off to next season, it's not gonna like what we're just gonna have Ashlyn like mention Maddox every now and again next season.
Yeah.
Like they need to have it
Um,
be something substantial.
yeah. I think maybe they'll transfer. I don't know why
Mm.
or how. Like why they would. I mean, obviously plot convenience, but I think that would like for them to continue on with season 4, but I don't know.
Speaking of the fact that we have like 3 episodes left, do you think that they can tell a worthwhile story with such little time left?
Honestly, I feel like like I don't feel like or what was I gonna? Okay, I feel like it's not a lot of time. Like I feel like it's not enough time for them to like wrap everything up. Or
Mm.
I also feel like we haven't gotten a lot of like, I don't know. Like I was really expecting like Jason Earls to be involved more
Yeah,
in the season, and Corbin Blue as well. And I feel like we've barely gotten them, and it's mostly been about like um, Gina, Ricky, EJ, Maddox, and Jet. But I feel like I don't know. There's like something missing. I don't know.
no, yeah, we've officially had more. We've had more Channing, the camera guy, in this episode than we've had Corbin or Jason in the whole series so far. But yeah, it's definitely weird. I feel like they definitely should have had 10 episodes this season because, like, if we had 5 more episodes, I would feel like they have a chance. But like, it really feels like they've been wasting time this season. Like, I feel like they didn't really know what they wanted to do this season, or
Mm-hmm.
they had like a different outline planned, but uh, Olivia leaving maybe changed it. What do you
Right.
think,
Yeah.
Daniela? Do you think they can save the season?
Honestly, I feel like this episode did save this season in a way.
Mm.
I feel like they had already had the whole season written with Olivia, and then last minute it changed and they had to rewrite it. I think that's what happened.
But how do you think this episode saved the season?
It's like I think it's been the best one. Without this episode, I think it would have been really boring.
Hmm. But do you think it'll save the season, or do you think it'll just be a highlight of it?
I think it can be safe because next episode Miss Jen comes into play, and I think she's gonna be the one that sets them straight. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is not you guys. I think
Oh well,
like
I did. Go ahead.
I think like she's gonna come into play, and that she's gonna like make them realize what they're doing is really stupid, and then that's when
Hmm.
they're gonna focus on more on this like the script and all that, and getting back to work.
Hmm. Well, I guess you answered my question in my notes of who did EJ call.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same.
sorry. I saw
No,
the
It's
next
okay.
episodes. I,
it's fine. Cause like when you mentioned Miss Jen, I was like, oh yeah, I literally forgot about Miss Jen. And I was thinking like I was literally thinking like Seb, or like the kid cast, like one of them would come in. Obviously not Nini. But I
Mhm.
completely forgot about Miss Jen. So I didn't think that she was a possibility for coming back, but she she definitely is, since she hasn't been in most of the other episodes, which
yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like she's gonna come back, and then they're gonna she's gonna talk some sense into them, and then they're gonna be like Corbin's gonna come back, and they're gonna be like, no, we're gonna do things our way, or there's no movie. Is it movie or
yeah,
It's a,
documentary?
documentary,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a documentary about a musical.
Yeah, so I feel like that's what they're gonna do next episode. They're gonna be like, it's our way or no way. And then Corbin's
Can
gonna
we
be like, all right.
talk about how Jet's a horrible person? Um, cause so like I was down with Jet. Like I was like, you know what, this is gonna be interesting. You missed her birthday. You know, you make her feel like less confident and more insecure and stuff. But then I don't know it. They have to. I feel like they have to have like a good reason. Like it had to be like an accident or something. Because if not, Jet's a horrible person. Jet outed Maddox to their parents,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's not something you do for any reason.
Hmm. Yeah, and like I was saying before, I was really shocked, and I was like, "This is the moment where like the episode got really real."
Hmm.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh my god, like this is like kind of irreversible, right? Like, how are they gonna bring, or how are they gonna redeem Jet, or like, I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you
like
think,
that's the
Daniela?
yeah, like it had to be an accident. Otherwise, I don't think you can redeem Jet. What do you think, Daniela?
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same. He's a really complicated character. Um, ooh, I don't know. I don't know. There's really nothing to say. I think she really said shortened what he is as a person just by saying that.
Hmm.
Yeah, the writers kind of ruined his character. I don't think there's really nothing he can do. He's just gonna be like that character that's there, but you're just gonna be like, why is he there?
Hmm. Yeah, I definitely, and that's so weird. Like I said, they have to make it an accident if they want to redeem this character because not only is it just horrible to do, but like they should know like fandom wise how much people will like lash on to stuff like that because like I haven't checked Twitter yet because I just watched the episode before we started. Um, but yeah, like I have to imagine the fandom absolutely hates Jet now
Mm.
because that is something that fandom doesn't forgive. Um, Rightfully so. Um, Jet's song was an 8 out of 10 for me. Um, like I think that his voice, like I feel like we either need to hear more songs with it, or he's better for like a stage production, like a musical for his voice. But I don't know, his voice sounded a little off for that song. What do you think?
Well, I actually really liked it. But it was kind of like uh difficult to listen to after what just happened. I was like, are we
Hmm.
trying to redeem him right now? And we don't
Yeah,
even
are
know
you
what
trying to
happened.
make me feel bad for him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
another
a
thing.
little
Like I
strange.
thought, yeah, when they started doing flashbacks, I thought, oh, okay, in a series of flashbacks during the song, they'll explain what happened. But no, they just stuck with like the 6 and 7 year old versions of them the whole time, and I was like, oh, well, this doesn't explain anything. It just feels like you're trying to make me feel bad for this guy for like without like telling me why I should.
Yeah.
What do you think,
Um
Daniela? How did you feel about the song?
I've he has a really deep voice. I've never heard a voice like that before. So it's really interesting to hear him sing um like musicals and all that.
Hmm. Yeah, the way I would describe it, like the reason I thought that it sounded a little off for the song, which I still enjoyed, I gave it an 8 out of 10, was his voice sounds like thicker than that song needed. Like it felt like he should have hit like it needed like some notes that he couldn't quite hit with his voice. Which I think would be great for like stage productions because it definitely like carries outward. But yeah, his voice is definitely unique in regards to like all the other cast members. Like he definitely has a voice unlike theirs.
yeah, I get that. Yeah, I think that's why he might come back for season 4. Like that would be like he would be perfect for, for any show they do in season 4 just cuz it's
Hmm.
theater, obviously.
Honestly, can I just say I really think that he's gonna end up with Courtney.
I could
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it.
Yeah. After like what he was like, saying about her, and they kind of hinted at it. I was like, yeah, I think that's gonna happen. But also, like, what about Howie? I feel like we're forgetting about all these characters.
I feel
I
like
feel
I
like the
don't think
show also forgot about these characters, so it's okay.
yeah, I don't think Cowie's coming back, sadly.
Oh.
Um I think it's gonna end with like a breakup on a phone call. Like, oh, it's just like we never see each other. We're just on different pages. Like, I don't think it's gonna work out.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like so far
Um.
the only relationship that hasn't been like put to the test, or like yeah, I guess put to the test, is Carlos and Seb's, because like
Yeah.
Ashlyn is like might have a girlfriend, and Courtney might end up with Jet, and yeah, so I feel like we're
Hmm.
gonna get rid of so many characters.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Daniela.
Um, I think they have already been put to the test in season 2 when they were having trouble communicating. I think that was their test of like being more like open to sharing their thoughts because they're both kind of the same. So it's really interesting. But I think that that was their test. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that honestly, but yeah, that's true.
Speaking of Courtney, her, her anxiety has definitely been making more of a push this episode. I definitely think they're really not gonna resolve it until like maybe like the last episode or whenever they really do have the big production of it. Like it'll be like some last minute thing. But what I really hope is that they don't just use it this season and then like once they resolve it for the season, they forget about it because that's not how anxiety works.
Hmm.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, yeah, I agree exactly. Like, I feel like, well, we kind of have seen her struggle a bit throughout the seasons, like, but
Mm,
like you said, I hope that they don't like resolve it in like 2 seconds, and then it goes away and she's suddenly so confident and never has anxiety again. But yeah, what do you think, Daniela?
Yeah, I feel the same. I think that's gonna be resolved when she has to choose where she wants to go, like college wise. Because if like when she was talking about her mom, that was one of the things she was stressing about of what she's gonna do or where she's gonna go. And I feel like that's where her anxiety is gonna like stop when she finally decides like where she's gonna do or what like where she's gonna go or what she's gonna do.
mm.
Yeah, and that will probably be like season 4, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it'll
Also,
be
Um,
whatever season
yeah.
they decide. But yeah, like I do think they could at least get 5 seasons out of this. Like especially if they split like uh maybe a year up, like the beginning of the year in season 4 and the ending of the year in season 5. It just depends.
Hmm.
Like I really think like if they really wanted to, they could make this show last longer. Uh, and just like keep changing out the cast.
Yeah. Did they say for sure that season 4 would be its last?
no, they didn't. They just said they're confirming a season 4,
Oh,
but they
okay.
didn't say it was the last one.
Oh,
So
okay.
they might do with Ammie saying that they might bring a new cast in, but I don't feel like I think like by the time that happens, I feel like people are gonna be over it. So I think finishing it off in season 4 would be perfect.
Hmm.
Yeah, like the grad season, especially because of Olivia not returning. But yeah, that's true. And I don't know why I had the impression that that they confirmed that season 4 would be its last. I don't know why I thought that for
I just
literally
I
ever.
just Yeah, I just think it's appropriate. That's why it just feels appropriate to end it with the 4th season. Also, I want to ask something. You know, in the
Hmm.
original High School Musical, in the last um, like the last movie, like when they're like doing their graduation thing, they talk about where they're gonna go. Do you
Hmm.
guys think they're gonna do that with this? And they're gonna talk about where they got where they're gonna go and what they want to do?
And then they
I
end it
definitely
with
think
freezer.
that'll be explored, but I don't see. I think that they're gonna more so show like it's definitely gonna be explored throughout the season, but I think they're more so gonna show it like in a little ending montage. We'll see them like we'll get like 5 to 10 seconds of whatever each of them are doing. Now that they're out of high school, and then like we might end it on like a little a cheesy freeze frame, but I definitely think we'll see more so like what they decided to do in a little montage. More in line with like the ending of a show rather than the ending of a movie.
Yeah. Like, and what do you think they're both? What do you think they're gonna choose? Like, and like career wise, I want to know. Cause for me, I
Um,
think Courtney's gonna go with fashion. Like she, I could
mm,
see her moving to New York and doing Broadway and like going like doing fashion. Cause she likes like just doing clothing and stuff. And I think
mm,
Ricky's gonna do like theater. I think Gina and EJ will pick the same thing, and then Big Red, I think he'll do like something with tap or something, and
well,
like
see, I
behind
don't.
the scenes like production. Yeah, go
See,
ahead.
I don't think that Ricky's gonna go to college. I definitely think EJ will because this is his gap year and stuff. But I think Ricky's gonna decide to like actually pursue music or acting and stuff, and he's not gonna go to college for it. I think we'll probably like during the montage we might see him like arriving in New York or something, or him being like an assistant on like an assistant to somebody bringing them coffee on Broadway.
Or maybe being
Uh,
the next Tony Hawk. I'm just kidding.
being the next Tony
With
Hawk.
Big Red.
Um,
um,
yeah.
I think Carlos will be a choreographer, and
Mm,
Gina will be a dancer and actress, Broadway actress.
mm.
And yeah, I don't know about the other characters though. Like,
I think that Carlos will actually probably go to college and like he'll probably like major in theater, but he'll probably minor in something. Get his bachelor's or something. That way he can be a teacher like Miss Jen. I think that's more of like Carlos's path, is being the next Miss Jen. Um, yeah, it's definitely a wonder where they'll go, but like that's why I feel like they at least need a fifth season because we won't get to see what Gina's gonna do because she'll still have another year of high school.
right, and that's I didn't even think about that. If they ended it like if they ended the show like the third High School Musical movie, then
Mm,
not everyone's graduating at the same time. So like Gina is gonna be left out, or and EJ as well, right?
hmm
So I don't know.
Um, but yeah, like I feel like they could be building a new cast at least for the fifth season, or something because I feel like Jet's about the same age as Gina.
Oh
Hmm.
Because
yeah.
I feel like Maddox is the same age as like Ricky and them, and Jet would be the same age as Gina. Yeah, like I feel like they need to be building, like they are building a new cast, but we'll see. We'll definitely find out next season,
That's
depending on the
right.
story.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah, Gina needs a graduation. That's so sad to think about. They're all gone, and she's like the only one walking in the hallways.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's weird
I
that they
mean,
did
who
that.
knows? Ricky's not like the brightest kid. Maybe he'll get held back.
And then it'll be you know, Rena Endgame.
Yeah, Rena and game.
Yeah, that's how they'll do it.
Um,
He'll flunk
Rick,
high school.
oh, Ricky, Ricky's confession of liking Gina to Carlos. What do we think?
Wait, what'd you say?
I said Ricky's confession of liking Gina. What do we think?
To Carlos. Oh
Oh,
wait, I just it just occurred to me. So I mean, did he say that he would keep it a secret, or like, do you think he's? No,
yeah.
no,
So
wait, they
Carlos,
recorded it.
yeah, so Carlos said he would keep it a secret, but then they saw that Channing was still filming.
Hmm.
So
Which I
it's
thought
definitely
was
gonna
weird.
be, yeah, it's definitely gonna be brought out.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think it was weird. I think that Channing happened to be like trying to get some B-roll of like the scenery, and also maybe see them like sitting and talking and stuff for like a little flash montage or something, and it happened to be juicy, so he was like, heck yeah. Although,
Yeah.
like, I feel like I'm like, why aren't they wearing microphones and stuff? Because like when you're filming a TV show, you have to have like either a boom mic or like you have to have like some kind of mic set, uh,
Hmm.
attached to you. So it didn't. I feel like if they did show uh, that footage, it would just be a whole lot of like background noise and hard to hear them.
Yeah, they would have to put like captions or something. But yeah, I thought this, like, I thought Channing filming them was like how I originally thought. I mean, not entirely like this, but I thought this is actually how they were going to stir up drama. I mean,
Hmm.
I thought it was mostly going to be like out of context and stuff. They were going to manipulate the footage. Obviously, this is like pretty clearly what's going on, but I thought this is like how things were going to go instead of them all like agreeing to create drama, like fake drama.
Hmm.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting that they're bringing that in.
Yeah,
Um,
like I was wondering that myself. I was like, well, you don't really need to create fake drama, like as you can see in this episode. Like you guys tend to create your own eventually. But with the Ricky confessing his feelings for Gina, like on one hand, like I get it. Uh, but I feel like they worded it in a way to where like he was like, well, I kind of always liked Gina, and I feel like it should be more of like, I don't know, like like singing those songs with Gina, and something about this summer, like it's it's been bringing feelings up rather than like saying I kind of always liked her a little bit. What do
mhm.
you think, Daniela? How do you
I
feel
think that
about the
would have been,
confession?
uh, yeah, I think that scene would have been perfect to confess, oh, maybe I do have feelings, instead of like the third episode being like, I like her, It just, I
Hmm.
feel like this moment would have been perfect to add that. It's just, I don't like it. It's so weird.
What do you guys think of like Carlos kind of well, he assumed that Maddox and Jet were like, I don't know, in a
Into
relation,
that
not in a
Maddox was
relationship, but
into.
exes or
Yeah,
something, but like
I'm
making
glad.
them do
Yeah,
that.
I'm definitely glad that he admitted he was wrong. I don't understand why Maddox went along with it because
Yeah.
like because she was like, oh, to see someone with my man. Because I'm just like, well, once they put your names in like the credits, people are gonna realize that you're siblings, and they just watched the whole documentary where you were acting like you were in love with Jet. So people are gonna think that you're in love with your brother, and that's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
Would have been so funny
What?
if they added a Life with Derek pun. Then like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
after they were like, Ricky could have been like, when he was like, Maddox and Jen are siblings. Is this another episode of Life with Derek? I can't.
Uh,
Oh my god.
That would have
Yeah,
been
um,
perfect.
that would have been
yeah, that's
everything.
but yeah, I thought it was a funny joke at first, but I thought once like Carlos mentioned it to Maddox and Jet, like that would have been the like it seemed like they were brushing it off and stuff like because they were grossed out, and they thought it was hilarious. But and then we could have the next thing we could have saw between the two was the fight. But it felt weird to just put in that Maddox going along with it thing.
Yeah. Like it's like it'll either make the audience, like the people that know them, be like, okay, you're in love with your brother, um or they'll think like this is all fake. Like this is
Yeah.
obviously like staged, right?
Mm.
So I honestly don't feel like the fact that they're siblings is really that big of a deal, like to tell everyone, I guess. I know that like they
Mm.
have their issues and stuff, but but like just clarifying, I guess, that they're not romantically
Mm.
involved or anything is would have just made it all better than doing
Yeah,
that, because now it's awkward.
but I feel like there's a good chance that Channing doesn't use that footage. I feel like Channing is not going to use any of the footage that was like obviously fake drama
Hmm.
because enough like I feel like when he said y'all are a mess, I feel like it was enough of like the real drama peeking through that he was talking about because yeah, that was obvious like all the fake drama was obviously fake. Um and it really ruined the episode to me. I feel like EJ creating drama what and everybody else's reactions being real definitely would have been more interesting because everybody else thinks it's real, so it'll have bigger implications for the
Yeah.
rest of the season and the show. But like all this fake drama, like it really just took up time and it didn't mean anything.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um,
What did
all
you
the
think
good
of?
spots peaked out.
Yeah. What did you think about young Elsa and Anna like not being in on it?
I definitely thought that was funny. I was when Carlos said that he forgot that to invite them to the pre-rehearsal. That was definitely like my best joke of the episode.
Mm.
I definitely thought it was funny. I also liked that they weren't really when they were talking to Courtney. They weren't really down with it. And whatnot. Like they were not like for all the fake drama.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
feel like the fact that they weren't included kind of like goes to show that they are not like in like prioritized in the show, like because I feel like
Mhm.
it kind of reminds me of like I don't know if you've seen Pitch Perfect, but there's like a running joke in the movies where like there's two of like the group that are never like included in anything. They're there, they're
Mhm.
always there, but they're not like they don't really have speaking roles, and they make jokes about that where they don't really interact with them, but they're supposed to all be friends. And it kind
Yeah.
of reminded me of this. Yeah.
Yeah. It reminded me of a joke from I can't remember the name of the show, but like they mentioned all the people who just like stand around and like whisper to each other about what's going on. Or like Victorious. Victorious
Hmm.
always like made jokes about the background characters and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely something because like there's like 10 extra campers who are part of this production and like they didn't get assigned any dramatic roles. They're just the ensemble.
Hmm. Yeah. Daniela, what did you think of the slap in this
I was
episode?
gonna say that. I was gonna say that. I, he really looked like he really wanted to do it, so he really accomplished what he wanted. But he was like so taken back, like what is going on? But yeah, there's really nothing left to say. It just he got what he wanted.
Yeah. I felt yeah,
Yeah.
it was I honestly like I told Ami I thought there was something else was gonna come up after that because I was like that was
Yeah.
kind of it was kind of uncalled for, but obviously they're rehearsing, but it wasn't supposed to be real, so I was like, ouch.
Um, they're definitely like feeding. What's Ricky and EJ's ship name?
I I have no idea.
What's Ricky's
RJ,
last name?
RJ, is it RJ?
Yeah, RJ.
Oh, really?
Or wait, what's Ricky's last name?
Bowen?
Bowen.
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 I don't know. But RJ or the Ricky EJ shippers, I feel like they're feeding them
Bowell?
because I can see the edits now. Like they'll make the slap be for something like much more dramatic than what it was. I can see the little fan edits now.
I honestly
Um,
don't think they're gonna air it. I feel like it's gonna. I feel like I said, I feel like Miss Jen is gonna come, and then they're gonna be
Mm.
like, "We're gonna do it our way or no way," and it's not gonna air. The only thing I can see airing is the part where Ricky admits his feelings for Gina.
I mean, probably. But the Ricky and EJ slap wasn't on camera. Like on the official like documentary camera, because that was before Channing showed up. They were practicing drama at that point. Um, I- like I said before, I really enjoyed Ricky slapping EJ, even though I have no problem with EJ. I like a satisfying slap. Um, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the episode. I don't think there's much else to it.
Um, Wait, okay, okay. I have a question because I just watched the episode. I only
Mm.
watched everything once, so I didn't go back or anything. So, Maddox in the background of Jet's like number, like, was she leaving? Was it
That's
implying
what
that
I
she
was
was
gonna
leaving?
say. I think she is gonna leave, and I feel like um Jet is gonna go after her, and they're gonna like solve their like put their problems to the side.
I don't know. I feel like her like having overheard his song, they're gonna kind of like have them make up. But like I said, I feel like it's they're gonna have to explain the hell out of why Jet outed Maddox. Um, but I don't think she's gonna leave. I think she was definitely gonna be on her way, but I don't think that she's going to actually leave.
Yeah, kind of like Jet. Like he just left for 2 seconds and then came back. But
Mm.
yeah, I guess for me, the last thing I wanted to say, because I don't really have anything else to say, but um, I feel like going back to Jason Earls, because I really thought he was gonna be in the season more, but I feel like Miss Jen is kind of like taking on the role that I thought he was gonna have in this season of being the adult who like
Mm.
defends the kids and kind of tells them like this is like how you guys should be acting with each other. Like you guys should be friendly with each
Mm.
other, not like trying to satisfy what Corbin Blue wants. So yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I think that Jason Earls will. I think he'll be around more once Miss Jim comes in because they probably just want. They were probably waiting to give him an adult to play off of, or something. But like I feel like that'll probably be something. They'll have them play off of each other. But yeah, I definitely thought it. I definitely think it's weird um that he hasn't been around as much because I'm like, well, who's running the camp?
Yeah.
He's just sitting in his office all the time when we don't see him. He's handling business.
Yeah. What do you think, Daniela?
Yeah, same thing. I think Miss Jen's gonna put them in their place and tell them like, "What are you doing? Like, this is so stupid," which it is because it's so cringy and it's like so bad. I'm just like ready for it to be over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, wait, have they or do you know like when the other like the cast that hasn't come in yet, like Seb, Big Red, and someone else, I think, when they're supposed to come in for the season? Because I know they're supposed to come in for one episode, at least Seb is. Or
I
like, when do
think
you
it's
think?
I think it's the last episode. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because it would be like probably the like opening night. Not opening night, like the show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll probably see him in the audience.
Yeah, I guess they won't have like an arc or anything this season, which kind of sucks. But yeah, I guess like there's a lot of characters and kind of like what we've been saying. I don't know. I don't really know how they're gonna wrap things up, but hopefully they do in 3 episodes.
Mm.
But there's a lot of characters. Um, but I guess yeah. Do you guys have anything else to say?
Like overall, I think they just like I I kind of think they wasted the first two episodes. Especially with what the goodbye to Nini was. Um, like we didn't really need that. Like we didn't need any Nini this season. Like especially for like how bad the goodbye was. Like I mean, Mimi, me and you didn't even know that was her last episode. Like because they made like not a big so much of not a big deal about it. Um, so I feel like if they would have just like started the camp stuff like in the first episode, we would definitely be um, we definitely would have been to a point to where I felt like they could wrap up the season in a satisfying way. Um, Also, if they would have just condensed down that like spooky night episode, I think what was that episode three?
Three, yeah.
Yeah, if they would have condensed that down to like maybe the last like 10 minutes of an episode. Yeah, I hope that they can end the season in a satisfying way, but I definitely think this is going to be more on the negative side when I give my overall season uh, ranking.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, like yeah, season one's my favorite. Season two's obviously second, but it's just consistently going down. Watch season four be like so bad it's four.
Oh my god. Yeah. I think I have the same like ranking as you. Season one
Mm,
was my favorite, and I mean season two was good, but there was definitely a change, in vibe.
mm,
And obviously it was like really sad at some points. Um yeah, and season three, like so far, obviously because Olivia's not there anymore, so it's like kind of gone down a bit, and it really seems like Ricky and Gina are gonna end up together, and that's not what I was hoping for. But yeah, what
mm.
about you, Daniela?
Yeah, my ranking's the same. It's really sad that um Ricky and Gina are gonna end up together. No offense to the fans. It's just like I don't know. I really wanted EJ and Gina to end up together because they worked so hard. Like it was so much build up to that moment, and it's just like it's just going in the trash. So it's
Yeah.
kind of
I
sad.
mean,
It was like I saw no point to it. I would have rather them waited like to be together instead of doing the whole
mm,
thing and then building, two ships just to have them throw them away. It's just like it's like if you really think about it, it's just pointless.
well, I think as long as they do it the right way, the EJ and Gina uh ship will end in a satisfying way. As long as they do it the right way, because you can definitely have a successful relationship that didn't like last. Just because you don't work out doesn't mean it wasn't a successful relationship, and doesn't mean that you don't still love each other. Um, you know, I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but like take How I Met Your Mother for instance. Everybody hated that last season, specifically the last two episodes, because the big ship didn't work out. Um, and they were like, "What is it for?" But like in the show, the two people like after it didn't work out said, "This isn't a sad thing. It was a very successful relationship that only lasted like 3 or 4 years." Um, and stuff. I definitely think it's healthy for the show to advocate and represent relationships that didn't work out, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. And
Yeah.
besides, I don't think that EJ would still be dating a high schooler when he's 19. I definitely think he's gonna have to like this gap year is gonna be fun and everything, but like he's gonna have to figure out what he wants to do with his life. And unfortunately, that does mean that he's gonna have to kind of move on from Gina while she's doing her senior year.
Yeah, I think as like at this point, I'm just hoping as long as they don't end it badly.
Hmm.
Like I hope they end it better than they did with Nini and Ricky. You know,
Yeah.
and then I guess I'll have to be okay with Ricky and and Gina. But I'm starting to soften up to them after this episode, so
Yeah.
it's not the worst thing to happen.
It doesn't make me physically sick to think of Ricky and Gina together.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess like since last time we talked about Disney, because
Mhm.
we ran out of things to say about the episode, I guess now we can move on to Nickelodeon if you guys
I just
want.
want to say
Yeah.
one more thing. I just want to say
Okay.
one more thing.
Okay.
Since Ricky is graduating in the same class, and they're obviously Gina and Ricky are not in the same class. Do you think they would survive? Since he's not going to be in high school either, he'd be technically dating a high school student too. So it's kind of
Yeah.
the same thing.
Well, no, because EJ is going to be like 2 years removed from high school. Ricky is going to still be that like 1 year removed. Like he'll be like starting college or starting whatever. Or if I'm right, which the past couple episodes have proved I'm never right. He might not be going to college and stuff. So it's definitely different for Ricky and Gina because Gina will be in her senior year and Ricky's going to be like 1 year removed from high school. So he's going to be figuring out whether college or whatever. Um, but, like realistically, I don't think that Ricky and Gina would work out either. Like, I don't think that, um, once someone's done with high school and the other person's still in high school, I definitely think it doesn't work out like 95% of the time. But I definitely think that EJ, the reason it definitely wouldn't work out with EJ is because EJ is definitely going to be in a place where he's trying to figure out like what's my next step, while Ricky will still have a little bit of time.
I don't know.
Because
I have so much. I know it's not gonna work, but I still have hope for EJ and Gina. I really, it would be really stupid if they break up over this. Like,
yeah,
cause it's really nothing to like break up over. I just really hope that Ricky's just that. I just want Ricky and Gina to be best friends because I I just see them as best friends. But either way, whatever. Yeah.
no, I definitely agree, like in that sense, because I definitely agree that like they do have they are missing out on the opportunity of showing that like just because it's two main characters doesn't mean they have to be together. You don't have to date every you don't have to date everyone in your social circle.
I feel like it would be a plot twist if Gina ended up with that guy from Andy Mack, Jonah Beck. I don't know his name in the show or the actor's name, but I think that would be a twist. If she
Oh
if
They
she
would
just
be
ended up
really
with
cute.
it would be. I actually did like their interactions in that one episode in season two.
yeah.
He comes back in the fourth season, transfers to East High. That could be a thing.
Yeah.
Writers, you have
He
him in the
stalks
fourth
her
season, just saying.
and transfer to yeah. It would be like a Troy and Gabriella kind of moment where she
Mhm.
coincidentally goes to the same school that he does after meeting him one night. Yeah. That would be cool. Um, but anyway, so do you guys want to talk about Nickelodeon for a bit?
Yeah, we can definitely talk about Nickelodeon for a bit.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, man. Like Nickelodeon was definitely a specific time in my life. Although it seems like everybody, is problematic, either problematic or like, you know, going on a different path and stuff. Because like Drake Bell is a horrible human being. Um, you know, what Jamie Lynn Spears, horrible person. It's definitely weird, because yeah, I mean Disney's had a couple too. Kyle Massey's a really bad person. and stuff. But for the most part, I think I watched equal amounts Disney and Nickelodeon. Like I grew up with Drake and Josh and Zoe 101. I always wanted to go to boarding school because of Zoe 101.
Yeah. I feel like I did watch Nick and well, it wasn't called Nick and it wasn't called Disney where I'm
Yeah,
from.
you watched the Family
So I like
Channel.
yeah. I watch Family Channel and YTV. That's what they're called here. Or were called here. I don't know if they still have those channels. They probably do, but they have
Yeah.
Nickelodeon and Disney now too. But I grew up with both channels, but I feel like I watched more Disney shows than I did
Mhm.
Nickelodeon. Because like I did watch some Drake and Josh episodes, but I didn't like grow up watching the full thing. And I honestly um, like when I was a bit older, like when I was like a teenager, um, I watched the first episode of Drake and Josh, and I didn't really like it all that much, so I
Mhm.
didn't watch the rest. So I don't really know that much about the show, but I did grow up watching Zoe 101 was probably the first show I watched.
Yeah, because you mentioned that you thought that Zoe 101 was a Disney Channel show
Yeah,
growing up.
yeah, because it was on Family Channel. And I watched iCarly and Victorious later. And I think those were like the only shows that I watched from Nick, really, because I didn't watch
Yeah.
like Big Time Rush. I didn't really watch that
Oh
show.
my God, you didn't
Oh
watch
my
Big Time
god,
Rush?
what?
I didn't
I
watch
I
it.
love Big Time Rush. Like I'll still go back and watch Big Time Rush.
Wait,
You
Ame,
know,
who was your favorite? Who was
okay,
your
so obviously Kendall was my favorite, but Logan was my second favorite. Logan was my second favorite. Um, but Mimi, fun fact: One Direction opened for Big Time Rush on Big Time Rush's first tour. Like,
Oh,
people went to see Big Time Rush and they were like, "Oh, who are these guys?" To One Direction.
wow, that's incredible, honestly, and iconic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's one of the actors in Big Time Rush. He was in a movie I saw, and that's literally the only knowledge I have of them at
Which
all.
one?
Really, what?
Which one?
I'm gonna have to search it up because I don't know his name.
I think it's
um,
Carlos.
I think so. Like I
It,
wasn't sure if that was his name, but he was in a movie. I don't know if you guys know the movie, and it's called. Well, it's based off Flowers in the Attic. I don't know if you guys know what that is.
oh yeah,
Oh
I know what
yeah.
Flowers in
You
the
do?
Attic is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
think
about
you talk about
incest basically.
Kendall.
Is it Kendall or is it James? I
Wait,
don't know.
okay, wait. Um, okay, wait. Time- No, it was James. It's James.
Yeah,
Okay, so I got them mixed up.
it's okay.
um, that's why I wasn't sure, but yeah, it was James.
Carlos is actually married to Alexa Vega, Carmen from Spy Kids.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, obviously, I
Yeah.
don't really know them, so.
Although personally, I don't stand Carlos because like Carlos and Alexa Vega kind of like do this like multi-level marketing scheme, but like they have kids and their kids seem wonderful. Like they seem like wonderful people. It's just like I don't know, they seem a little off. Like they're super like evangelical and like they're into like multi-level marketing and stuff, but for the most part, like they make, he helps make good music. So I'll still listen to Big Time Rush. I definitely want. I feel like I need to get you to make like a reaction video to like Big Time Rush music videos.
Oh my god.
Because
um,
they're kind of blowing up again. They're back.
yeah, I
They're making
saw.
music.
I was watching the videos that Daniela was posting on her story from
Mm.
last night, and I skipped the Big Time Rush one because I don't like
Oh my god.
care because I didn't grow up with them, or I literally don't know any songs, or maybe I do, like maybe I know the intro, but I really didn't watch like a full episode of Big Time Rush, but like
You're missing
everything
out.
else was pretty nostalgic. Maybe not One Direction. I don't. I know a couple One Direction songs, but I also like wasn't like a big fan of them either. So I'm not
Me
really into
either.
boy bands. That's what I'm trying to say, basically.
I'm not really into boy bands either. I think it was because I watched the show and they happen to have music that I like. Um but yeah, like I definitely wasn't the biggest like boy band person. I don't like One Direction. Like I might like two songs by One Direction. Um I do not like Harry Styles at all.
Oh my god.
Like,
Oh my
like I
god.
said, like I might have like two or so songs that Harry Styles sings that I like, but like I don't like Harry Styles as a person. I have personal beef with Harry Styles.
Oh
Um,
Lord. Oh my god.
and you can put me on the record saying that. Should I ever direct a film, he's definitely not going to be in it. Um, but yeah, like Zoe 101 was really nice. I haven't gone back and watched it. I felt like Disney um has better like nostalgia factor for you to go back and watch Disney shows than Nickelodeon shows do. With the like obvious exception of maybe like, you know, iCarly or like a Victorious or Drake and Josh. But like I feel like I would definitely rather rewatch an old Disney show.
Yeah, I
Um,
feel like I mean, I watch there's been like a lot of videos of people talking about like Disney and Nickelodeon, and like there's a video that someone made where they talked about how like Nickelodeon was always catching up, was always playing catch up to Disney in terms of like creating pop stars, and I feel like music in music is such a big part of like people's nostalgia, right? So like
mhm.
Disney has a lot of like iconic pop stars and songs, and Nickelodeon really didn't until like later on with like Miranda
Ariana Grande.
Cosgrove, um I guess Ariana
I'm,
Grande,
yeah,
even though
I'm sorry, but like as
yeah.
much as like Disney had more pop stars, Nickelodeon immediately went. Like I don't even like Ariana Grande very much, but like Nickelodeon immediately wins because Ariana Grande is legit one of the biggest pop stars in the world, and like Disney's biggest like pop star was Miley Cyrus, and like do people even still listen to Miley Cyrus?
Yeah, not as much. I guess nowadays like Selena Gomez is probably the most relevant person,
Mm,
one of the most relevant people from Disney, I
yeah.
guess. Yeah.
Like the Jonas Brothers had their comeback like 2 years ago, but like I don't like hear much about them
Yeah.
now. Although
Yeah.
Nick Jonas stand forever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I guess like in terms of like nostalgia, like
yeah.
people will turn more to Disney. And I like just from watching Danielle's videos yesterday, like there were so many Disney songs and even like intros to like Sweet Life and Wizards. Like I was like, oh, I didn't know they would do that, but that was so cool. And like you, like I knew all the words to all the songs from Disney.
Mm,
um but yeah, Nickelodeon mostly had like Victorious, I think, and
mm,
iCarly in a sense, but Victorious was like I think their like way of trying to push out like more music.
mm.
Yeah. What was your favorite show from Nickelodeon?
Um, from Nickelodeon. Oof. I would probably say like Ned's Declassified actually. Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Like that hit me like I was a little bit younger than middle school, I think, when it was out. Yeah, because like I think it ended in like 2007. And how old were we in 2007, maybe?
I
We were
would.
math 9.
Yeah, so we were like 9, 10 when it ended.
Yeah.
And stuff, but like it hit me at the right moment. Like I was like, oh yeah, middle school is gonna be great. Um, and it was more one of those like, it was before I knew I was non-binary, so like, I was definitely still like more into like, oh, this is a boy show, um, and stuff, and like back in the day, I kind of looked like the kid, Devin Werkheiser, so I was like, oh, well, this is definitely meant for me. I'm a little brunette boy, who wears flannel shirts. Um, but yeah, Nessie Classified was definitely like probably my favorite Nickelodeon show. It's probably the one I would go back and watch like first,
Hmm.
given the chance. What about you, Daniela? What was your favorite Nickelodeon show?
So growing up, it was very equal with Disney and Nick. I would both watch them at the same time.
Mm,
But for Nick, it's really hard because I really like at that time like that era was really good. Like we had a really good era growing up with Nick and
mm.
Disney. But the show I watched the most on Nick, I think it was I think it was Drake and Josh, I think would have to be mine.
Mm.
Yeah. But I
Yeah,
really enjoyed House of Anubis. But that was more later.
What?
Sabuna.
Sabuna baby.
What is
House of
that?
House of Anubis was one of those. So Nickelodeon, I feel like from like 2009 to about 2013, had this really weird era of shows that kind of like looked like soap operas a little bit, like the way it was shot. Um, like House of Anubis and like Every Which Way, and whatnot. So House of Anubis was like, I feel like it was like an English show, um, revolving around a mystery at a boarding school. But like I didn't watch it. It like to me it was cringy. But like if you go up to the right person and like Daniela proved, and you say Sabuna, it'll like mean something to them, like on the next level of consciousness.
Oh,
Um,
Mimi, do
yeah.
you know what that is? House of Anubis?
I just searched it up. I think I've seen something about it, but I literally had no idea what you guys were talking about.
So basically,
So,
what it is about, it's based on like an English boarding school,
mhm.
and this one of the students goes missing, and another one comes in, and then when the like, and it's an American student, she comes in, and then the house starts like talking to her, and they go on these like mystery, like these like they solve like this mystery, like this ancient mystery that goes like in the house, and it's like really interesting. What shocked me the most is that it's not a Nickelodeon show. Like you wouldn't like if you watched it, you wouldn't think it was a Nick show because it's like it's a little dark,
Oh,
especially in the second season because there's like this like ancient spirit that like comes around is and it's like marking them, and it's like if they don't solve this mystery, like they're gonna literally die.
wow. That's dark. Like, yeah. No, I guess because like I stopped watching Nick after Victorious ended. Like did not watch any Nick at all. Unlike with Disney, where I watched like Kicking It and then later on Girl Meets World. Like I still somewhat
Mm,
watch Disney, but not Nick at all. But like
Did you?
something
Oh,
Ami that you said Ned's Declassified, I'm gonna like blow your
Yeah.
minds again. Where like I thought that Ned's Declassified was Disney because
Oh
it aired
wow.
on Family Channel, not like the
But
YTV
so did
channel.
you have like so like growing up? Did you were like what was your like thought process? Were you like, oh, Disney like made a show with like a completely different vibe than
Yeah,
like all
like
the other shows?
it was so confusing because like Disney, not Disney, Family Channel had like different like shows that had completely different vibes. Like, you know, Life with Derek is not the same as like Hannah Montana to like at
Hmm.
all, right? And then like Ned's Classified isn't the same like any other Disney, like any Disney
Yeah,
show. Zoe 101 has very similar jokes to iCarly.
but
So it was
I
like
definitely
very
think that
confusing.
I definitely think that Life with Derek like was more believable as a Disney show because it aired on Disney for us. We thought it was a Disney show like until we got older and stuff. Um, but like I felt like Life with Derek shared like vibes with like Even Stevens, so I thought it was more believable. But like Ned's Declassified, like Nickelodeon and like Disney shows definitely have such different vibes.
Hmm.
Um, but like I guess it was like easier for you to comprehend because you also thought the Zoe 101 was a Disney show, so you thought it
Yeah,
like shared.
exactly.
You probably were like, oh well, like it shares vibes with like Zoe 101 and stuff.
Yeah. And like there were other like I mean you guys I think you guys got Naturally Sadie and like there and I
Hmm.
guess the latest Buzz. So like there's just an amalgamation of like different vibes on Family Channel. So it wasn't like very clear on like what was from where, except maybe
Hmm.
like Life with Derek I knew was Canadian because they literally said Toronto. Like they would
Hmm.
mention like Canadian, you know, cities and stuff. But other than that, it wasn't like explicit that you know that it
Which I
was.
never picked up on. Like I thought Life with Derek was set in America and everything. Like I never picked up on the fact that it was set in Canada.
That's funny.
Um, I don't know.
They do mention like I think they
mm,
live in Toronto and uh, Casey is from Ottawa, I think, or something like that. Yeah.
all those
So
fake places in Canada.
Did you guys
Um,
watch uh Super Ninjas? Did you guys watch that? Did you guys
I
ever watch
did
that?
what I did watch Super Ninjas. Super Ninjas was so good, and it deserved
Yeah.
so much better. Like so Mimi, this is like some drama. So Nickelodeon had this weird like thing of if they didn't believe in a project, they would still like have it be like 2 or 3 seasons, but they would air it like super early in the morning, like after the first couple episodes. They if they lost faith in the project, they would start airing it like super early in the morning. So like Daniela, like after like 4 or 5 episodes, didn't they start showing like Super Ninjas like at like 9 and 10 a.m. on Saturdays or something?
See, I would see it. See, for me, it was different. They would air it after midnight, so like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the
Mm.
morning. Um, but yeah, I also did. You guys watch How to Rock?
I did watch How to Rock.
I heard about it, but I don't know what that is.
So How to Rock was when Nickelodeon was pushing music. So like Victorious and How to Rock like premiered in the same year. How
Mm.
to Victorious got like 4 seasons. How to Rock got 1 season, but How to Rock was really good. It had some good music. But How to Rock, I feel like it was also one of those like projects they didn't believe in, so they like moved it to a weird time slot. Daniela.
Yeah, I really liked it though. I wish they would have
Mm.
kept pushing it. So it's basically about these students that go to like high school, and the popular girl, she like starts wearing braces and glasses, and so the popular kids, they kick her out of like popular group, and she goes to like, I guess you could say, the underdogs, and then she starts forming a band with them, and it's about like their friendship and like music.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like in all, but like all shows, they can't have her wear braces and glasses for every episode. So like after the first episode, she doesn't have braces or glasses anymore. Um, and the popular people girls were like called the purse.
The
Um,
purse.
The
yeah,
purse?
yeah, the purse.
Like a
The main
purse?
character,
Like a bag?
no,
Like
like
the
the purse,
purse. Like
like
perfect,
Oh,
yeah, like
perfect.
perfect. Yeah.
but perfs.
I thought you
I know
meant
the
like a
Yeah.
beard.
bag. I was like, okay.
And the main character was actually played by Symphony Miller, who was the younger sister of Romeo Miller, who you might know as Lil Romeo from back in the day. He also had a Nickelodeon show, but he was more a rapper when he was a kid. And
I
their
think,
father is
yeah,
was the rapper Master P.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you can go, Daniel.
I think the you might like the one that stood out was obviously Max Schneider. He was like
Mm.
one on the show in the show, so he was the known one.
Yeah, he had the movie Rags, which was like a Cinderella story, um, and whatnot. And he did like I think he's like cousins or like siblings with a YouTuber like Kurt Hugo Schneider, who makes like all those covers of
They're actually
songs.
not
He's really
cousins.
popular
He's
today.
actually said that they're not.
They're not related.
No, because I used to watch his videos all the time because of Max Schneider. I had the biggest crush on him. But that's not the point. The point he would say all the time at the end of the video, "No, we're not cousins. We're not related. We just have the same last name."
Oh, okay. But yeah, Max Schneider is actually kind of blowing up on TikTok again. So he's making a comeback.
Um, yeah, like I'm looking at the cast list right now. The only person I think I recognize, her character name was Molly. Um,
Mm.
Okay.
she was from Disney, which I thought was interesting. Um,
Yeah.
she was in Good
Um.
Luck Charlie. She
Oh yeah.
played
So she,
Skylar.
yeah, she was the one that what's his face cheated on Teddy with.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Shane Harper
Spencer.
is the
Spencer.
actor.
Can
Wait,
we
who?
talk about like
His character's name was Spencer.
Oh, Spencer. Yeah.
What were you saying, Daniela?
can we talk about because I know this YouTuber does it, but I think it would really be really fun to do. Can we talk about the like ships that we think should have been together and shouldn't have not been together, and
Oh,
then
are you talking
the
about Kate Loves
most
Disney?
heartbreaking breakups and like the breakups we think shouldn't have
Mm.
happened.
Daniela, are you talking about Kate Loves Disney?
Yeah, that'd be really fun to
Uh,
do.
yeah.
'Cause I have
Okay. Well, let's pick a show we've all like seen. So, do you want to do a Disney show or a Nickelodeon show? Maybe.
We can do both. We can start off with Nick, I guess.
Uh, so, what's a Nickelodeon show you've seen?
Okay, yeah, because there's like very few, apparently. But okay,
Victorious.
Victorious, yeah.
Daniela, you've seen Victorious, right?
Yeah, of course. Whoever has never seen Victorious, that's a
Oh
crime
my
against humanity.
So I was a big, um, so I did not ship Beck and Jade, and I did not ship Beck and Tori. I was one of the weird people. I connect to like side characters, so I was very much a Robbie and Jade shipper. So they had a ship name called Raid, which was really nice and aesthetic. But yeah, like I shipped the nerd with the goth girl.
That's interesting. I never
Interesting.
heard of that ship. I shipped Jade and Andre, which I was
Jade and
really. I
Andre.
mean, I shipped them after the episode
Mm.
where he started liking her. But I was like, why didn't that was so interesting, and then it kind of like went away, which I
Who
was
did
sad
you
about.
ship from Victorious, Daniela?
I'm the boring one. I honestly did ship. I actually did ship a little Jade and Andre, but I was more of Tori and Andre fan. And then
Okay.
I didn't ship Jade and Beck together, but I did ship Robbie and Kat, and I did ship um Beck and Kat. I
Okay.
thought they would be really cute.
Um, I always had a hard time shipping Cat with anyone because like anytime like a character like gets like written to where their intelligence is like below a fourth grader, I have a weird time like shipping them with somebody because it feels like shipping someone with a kid. So I never shipped anybody with Cat. I know the most popular ship for Victorious to this day is still Jade and Tori, which I'm sorry, but I do not see it.
Yeah, I don't see it either, but yeah, it would have been nice if they. I just don't think they were a perfect fit. Jade and Beck. It's just it was to me it was so unhealthy.
Wait,
Yeah.
yeah, no, the Nickelodeon show we should have gone with was iCarly, and I am a cruddy shipper till the day I die.
Me too.
Oh my god. Um, I'm gonna not say anything, but
You're a Sam and Freddie
I'm still
shipper.
steady. But obviously, like with Jeanette like not being in the revival, which
Mm.
I haven't finished watching I haven't even finished watching season one, so I don't know yet. But yeah, that was for me. SETI was all the way. So
So you shipped Steady, you
yeah.
shipped a person with their tormentor who physically assaulted him. Hashtag Mimi is over party.
Oh my
No,
god.
leave me alone. No, it's okay. It's fine. I will admit they did have some moments where you were like okay, like they could work, but yeah, I was more of a Creddy fan. Like one of well, like that when she went to the mental hospital because she thought she was crazy for liking Freddie when they had that
Mm.
moment. That moment was was really nice.
Yeah,
Um,
like
Yeah.
I started shipping them after they kissed, like the second kiss, not the first one, because I wasn't
Mm.
really like that invested in the show. But once Sam kind of like confessed that she liked I was gonna say Freddie, then I was like, oh
Mm.
yeah, they're sweet, but obviously not like when she was abusing him. Like obviously I didn't enjoy those moments.
Yeah, like I definitely feel like and everybody go watch Clinton reviews like 2 or 3 5-hour videos about iCarly. It's definitely worth the watch. But yeah, I definitely think I definitely feel like the show was more like steady leaning for a good while. But they ended the original iCarly show with a cruddy kiss. So if you don't watch the revival, that's a cruddy end game right there. Um, and
and
if you
I'm
do watch
shocked
the
that me and
revival, Jeanette's
Ame.
not in it. You forgot that what?
I'm surprised that me and Ame actually agree on a ship for once.
Yeah,
That's
same.
Yeah, I am too. Because other than like what EJ and Gina and Creddy, I think that's all we agree on. Um, so what Disney show should we discuss the ships of?
Can we go back to Nick for a second? Can we talk about Big
Yeah.
Time Rush?
Okay,
Let's
Big
talk
Time
about Big
Rush.
Time Rush.
I'm gonna mute just because I have nothing to say.
Um, so Daniela, what was the name of the rocker girl? What was it
Lucy.
like? Lucy. Okay, so I was a big Kendall and Lucy fan,
Oh my god, I'm a
actually.
big and Joe and Kendall fan.
Okay, but that doesn't mean anything because like I also like Kendall and Joe. I just like
Okay.
I feel like they did it in such a natural way. Like they ended Kendall and Joe in such a way to where like I was okay when Kendall and Lucy kind of started getting together. But then they brought Joe back and I was like, well now I like both ships.
Yeah. Also, can
Um,
I talk? Can I just say that I'm really sad that Lucy and James ended up together, just because it just felt forced to like automatically Lucy like James, like he was like the
yeah,
second choice. I felt bad.
yeah. I definitely thought, yeah, like I definitely felt weird about Lucy and James simply because like she had no interest in him. But then when like they realized that the actress for Joe would come back, they were like, well, let's put Lucy with James now since Lucy and Kendall aren't going to be together.
And I'm not. I'm like.
Obviously
Oh,
Camille and Logan were a great ship. I feel like we can all agree on that.
yeah. I don't know. I just like but I wasn't too mad at it either because they actually were kind of cute, and I was happy that he finally did get the girl
Mm.
um with James. But other than that, I got nothing else to say because Mimi's just sitting there like.
Yeah, let's go to Disney. Mimi, what Disney show should we talk about first? What ship?
Oh, mm, maybe Hannah Montana.
Okay.
Hannah
I guess.
Montana.
Yeah.
Okay, controversial. I'm about to be controversial. I actually shipped Miley and Oliver. I was a big Molliver fan. I read a whole bunch of Molliver fan fiction. Uh, yeah, I shipped Miley and Oliver.
I don't think I've ever heard that. I just always think of that episode. This I think it's the second episode in the show where she like blows a black bubble in his
Bubble.
face. I just
Yeah.
can't. But um, I think I did ship Oliver and Lily. Like I was happy that they ended up together, and I don't really have like a preferred ship um for Miley.
Mm.
I
What about you,
see.
Daniela?
I was a big J.K. Miley fan, and then I was so mad that the writers made him cheat on her. And then I'm a Jesse fan, and he's really cute, so I'm really happy they ended up together.
See, I can't think of Jesse like in any other way than like from iCarly as the like bad boy who collects beanie babies. Although we can say that the song "He Could Be the One" is iconic. To this day, I'll randomly find myself singing "He Could Be the One." He could be the one.
They played it yesterday at this thing I went to, and they
Yeah.
put Harry Styles on the screen.
Wait,
Oh
what?
wow.
Yeah. So when they played, I put it on my story, but they played "He Could Be the One." Matt actually played "He Could Be the One." No, or was the other guy? I forgot who it was. But they played "He Could Be the One," and then they changed it to just like like slideshow of Harry Styles
Oh my
while
god.
the song was playing.
Yeah.
And
By the way, Daniela met a famous person last night.
I did. I met
Um,
him.
Daniela met the love of my life, Matt Bennett.
Excuse me, he's mine for your information. And I told him.
I'm sorry, but
Wait, what?
I claim Matt Bennett for the fruity people.
Okay, so basically he was on stage and I made this sign. I gave it to him, but I had made this sign and I didn't record it, but I had put because it's true. I had put "You were my first celebrity crush," and he really was. And then he saw it and he was like, "Oh my god." And I was like, "I heart you."
Um,
He thought I was talking about the other DJ, and I was like, "I don't even know him." And he was like, "Me," and I was like, "Yeah, you." And he was like, "Oh," and then he blushed and then walked away. And I was like, "Ah."
um, but
That's awesome,
yeah,
honestly.
that is awesome. I'm a little jealous.
Same.
Um, next time you party with Matt Bennett, make your sign say Ammie wants
Sorry,
to marry
I
you.
forgot. Just kidding.
Yeah.
How long
But
did you wait there, Daniela?
yeah.
Because you were at the barricade, like
Um, so it started at 8:30 and I got there like at 7:50, and we didn't actually wait that long. we waited for like 15 minutes and then it started, so it wasn't really that long of a wait.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
so
but
great.
I feel like if you push around and like push your way through, it's easy to get to the barricade.
no, well, I was actually one of the first people that got in, so that's why I
Okay.
was able to get in on like in front. But yeah, we didn't wait that long. So usually how it works is first the other guy DJs for like an hour and 30 minutes, and then Matt will come out and do the rest of the set.
Oh,
Okay.
it was funny because
Um.
when I saw the other guy, I thought that was him, and I was like, oh,
Oh no.
because I couldn't really see him well, so I was like, oh, he's blonde now. And then when you showed me the picture that you took with him, I was like, oh wait, never mind, that's definitely not him. He still
Wait,
looks the same.
that's actually common, Mimi, because I was scrolling through TikTok and this one girl like had went to an iParty with Matt Bennett show, and she thought the opening DJ was also Matt Bennett.
Yeah,
I guess they look similar. I guess like in the like tall, lanky, like sort of way. And like, doesn't the opener usually like wear a baseball cap, so it's a little bit harder to see his face?
yeah.
Yeah, so
Um,
they'll take turns, which is really nice that they get,
hmm.
time. But yeah, anyways, going back to the Disney, what show were we talking about?
Hannah
We were
Montana.
talking
Oh,
about
Hannah
Hannah
Montana.
Montana.
Okay.
I know a lot of people like shipped Jackson and Lily, but I never shipped Jackson and Lily.
Yeah, I didn't either.
No, I mean, he's. I mean, I always just think about how old Jason Earls is, and I thought that was like weird.
Was it the episode
Yeah,
Um,
when they go into his room? I'm just kidding.
wait,
I
what?
don't know, but I also just thought that like, well, one, the ages of the actors were inappropriate, but also just like I actually did really enjoy the fact that like Jackson is one of those brothers who only sees his siblings' friends as like little monsters that he doesn't want to have to deal with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It wasn't like any. He was. He also wasn't like the cool older brother. Like,
Hmm.
so it was. He was just always goofy, and I just never saw them like that. And it was just that
Yeah,
episode was so weird.
Lily was definitely not singing Victoria Justice hit song "Best Friend's Brother."
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Um, I do want to talk about Jackson, though. Jackson is one of those characters like he fell into the trope of the one sibling that like everybody makes fun of, like including his parent. And I always feel bad for the character who like gets treated that way.
Yeah.
So I was really happy that they like in the last season they kind of like gave Jackson everything he deserved. Like he had a supermodel girlfriend. He was gonna run a successful business with Rico,
Mhm.
um, and everything. Which you know, I know Mimi and Daniela already know this probably, but Rico, Moises Arias, and Jerry, um, Mateo, are Arias are siblings.
Mhm.
So yeah, Jerry from Kicking It is the younger brother of Rico,
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
and they're both really good friends with Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
What? I didn't know
Yeah,
this.
yeah. They also have a movie together that was released like last year. It's called Blast Beat. It's really good. Um, yeah, Mateo Arias also makes really good music. He goes by the name Teo. You should definitely look him up on Spotify.
Oh.
He's good.
What show should we talk about next?
I feel like we should do another Disney one since we did two
Yeah.
Nickelodeon. You guys pick because like I'm really bad at this. Like,
Can we do?
I don't. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Let's. Can we
Maybe
do?
Wizards.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
wait, which
yeah.
one?
Wizards.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Um. So I was more of a Dean and Alex shipper than I was like Alex and Mason. I don't like Mason.
I don't
Yeah.
mind him, but I definitely think that Dean is really cute. And I would have liked them like I would have liked to see what would have happened, like the what if, you know?
Mm.
I don't know. I think I would have dated not just not because he's a werewolf, but that's that's not it. But I don't know, there's something so unique about Dean, and he's really cute. But um yeah, I don't know. He's a really interesting character. I really liked him. Some people don't like him, which I find kind of weird, but I thought that was really cute. I was really upset how they ended his character. Like
Hmm.
they just brushed him off.
What do you think, Mimi? Who did you ship Alex with?
Um, sorry. Well, okay, so I didn't really like I've talked about this before, but like I didn't really like Mason.
Mm.
I think like I usually don't um like I usually don't like characters that like kind of like Dean, and I feel like he okay, well I did like Dean, but like he's I feel like at first he was like I don't know, like kind of brushing Alex off, and he kind of like very minusculely he reminded me of Jake with Miley, but obviously Jake is a whole different um person, and what cheating on Miley and everything, and also the fact that he was a pop star, and a completely different person. With Dean, he was like more sweet with Alex, and I think if I had to choose between Mason and Dean, I think I would have loved to have seen like more from Dean, just because I think we would have
Mm.
seen him grow up a lot more. And I think it's interesting how, like Selena, I don't know if you guys saw that. There was a video that Selena and David um, did together in 2017, I think, where they were like talking about like a Wizards reunion. And Selena said like Alex would definitely be single.
Mm.
So I was like really intrigued by that, like because she's with Mason by the end of the show. So like would she have broken off with Mason in the future, and then like maybe Dean could come back or something? I don't know. But do you guys remember the first boyfriend she had in season 1? Riley,
Um,
that's his name.
Riley. I don't remember him. I think I remember the name, but I do not remember I could not tell you what that man looks like. If I walked by that man on the street, I would not recognize him.
He had like curly hair. He was in well, I don't know if this helps, but he was in the chocolate episode where she like slides over like chocolate. He was in the car racing episode, and then he was also like in the mannequin episode. But like he wasn't really a prominent like boyfriend for Alex. I feel like Dean was definitely her first love, and I think a lot of people just forget about Riley because he wasn't really in the show that much. He was
Mm.
only in a couple episodes. Um,
Um,
but yeah.
Another
Going
ship is Alex and Stevie, played by Haley Kiyoko. I really enjoy that ship. Uh, it could have been cool to see Alex be by. What were you gonna say, Daniela?
going back to the whole with me like saying like oh she kind of Dean kind of brushed Alex off. I feel like he like he was always really nervous, or like it was pretty obvious that he liked her. And I think it was just because he was nervous. And same thing with Alex. Like I don't know if you remember that episode where she would walk back and forth until until he would notice her. But he would notice her. I feel like he wouldn't. Just didn't have the guts to go up to her because he was just so nervous. But yeah, I think I'm a Dean and Alex shipper, which is kind of shocking because
Wasn't Dean one of the few people who Alex told her secret to, or it
yeah,
was revealed to? Yeah,
I think it was in the dream or something.
maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and I'm
Like,
shocked that, and he like what's kind of weird is that he didn't really have a reaction. He was just like, "Oh, okay," like
yeah,
sure.
yeah, he was definitely more like chill. Even like the fact that Mason ate him. I was like, you don't question anything. Obviously, it was like supposed to be a dream or what. Like he was not supposed to be a dream, but he thought it was a dream. But like I would still kind of question like after he everything he's sort of been through with Alex, like the dream, and then there was also like the Wiz Tech episode where he gets put in Jello. I'd be like kind of questioning the whole thing. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, anyways, what other show should we talk about? Can we do Liv and Maddie? Because I have strong opinions.
Yeah.
I have
Um.
strong opinions.
So so obviously Josh and Maddie, out of like the canon ships, Josh and Maddie should have been together. Fuck Diggy.
Yes.
What do you think, Mimi?
Oh, so I didn't watch Liv and Maddie. So I mean, I did. I kind of watched a couple of
What?
episodes, and I've seen Kate's videos. Yeah, like, I watched Girl Meets World, and that was basically it during that time. But I've watched Kate's videos, so I know like the breakup scenes. I know about Diggy. I know about Jordan Fisher's character. But I don't really have an opinion on the ships, except I think that Liv and Jordan Fisher, right? They were together, and then that
Yeah.
breakup,
Hmm.
like even though I didn't watch the show, like that broke my heart just because he was
Yeah.
crying. So I guess like if I had to pick a ship, it would be them, even though I don't know anything else about them. But
Okay.
yeah.
So Daniela, you know, I always have to make things fruity, but I feel like it's also a popular ship. Like if you look at the right, like corners of the fandoms. Uh, I am a Josh and Joey truther.
Josh and who?
So Joey,
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
yeah, because like you can't like look at how they acted around each other and say that wasn't a little suspect.
I mean, I saw them as friends. I really wanted them to be just friends, but I know what you're talking about. I can see it happening, but I was ooh there that scene. Oh my god, I get so mad when they bring up the whole Maddie and Diggy thing, because remember when they did that whole voting thing and it
I
was live
do.
episode,
Yeah,
and it literally says right there that people preferred her with Josh.
I
And I'm
do
like,
because that was like that was like a big thing because they were like you vote to decide who Maddie gets with, and it was while the show was airing, but they still like made Maddie be with Diggy
yeah,
even though
yeah,
like Josh won. Like that's the election that truly made me fall out with the electoral progress process.
yeah. Mimi, during the live episode of because people got to choose who ended up with who. It on the live, like the live poll, like it went up the 100% to Josh, and I think like Diggy was like 28%, and like it was there, and they still made her stay with Diggy, and I was
That goes
like,
to show how well the writers know the fans.
I was
Didn't
so mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they do something like, I don't know if they did, but I feel like they would have done something like that with Miley and Jesse and Jake. I don't know if they did something like that, but I feel like they would have.
I don't think they did the live voting and stuff because I don't because what was that like 2009 and stuff.
Hmm.
So I don't think that they like quite like understood that the fandom would vote for that stuff at that point.
Yeah, they did have one, but it went all the everybody chose Jake.
Really? But it
Yeah.
wasn't like live voting, was it? It was just like, the week of.
No, it was live.
Was it?
Yeah. It had I think Jesse had like a 28%, and then Jake had like 100%, and they had gave it to Jake. But yeah, Also, another heartbreaking scene of Liv and Maddie was when that Diggy and Maddie scene when they're fighting back and forth, and she throws that basketball. I was like, oh my god.
I did see that. I know what that is. Um, I don't really know what happened. Like I know that he left or something, right? And then he came back, and then she was upset, and she cried, and she throws the basketball.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I don't
so
really
like
know what
he spent
that is.
like like half a year in Australia or something, and then he came back, and then like he was gonna leave again.
Yeah, but it was like he literally like the day he was leaving, he was like, "Oh, I'm leaving," and she was like, "That's why she was hurt about it because she was like, you're literally telling me when you're leaving, and I literally waited like a whole year just for you to like that same day just be like, oh, I'm leaving."
Yeah. Wait, why did he leave?
Because he was going on another like foreign exchange student trip that was gonna be really good for him, but she was really mad because she was like, "You literally had like you could like on this trip that you were on before this one you're going on now, like you literally had this whole time to tell me and I could have mourned and like moved on, but you still made me sit here and wait for you."
Oh wow. Yeah, that's frustrating. I just from hearing that, I don't ship her with him. Um, yeah.
And then that dude, that dude, what is it called? That like the biker dude, whatever. He was like, "I should mosh baby" in front. That was funny.
Yeah. So we got about like 4 minutes left.
4 minutes left.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna use this time to air out my grievances with the weirdos who still ship or who have ever shipped Zach and Maddie from the Sweet Life franchise.
Oh
That
God.
girl is like at least 7 years older than him. At
Yeah.
every point, at every point in that show, it has been inappropriate. Um,
Especially
from
when
like,
she kissed him.
yeah,
Oh
that was
God.
definitely a weird situation. But like, it was so weird to me that people like shipped Zach and Maddie, especially during like the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody era. I'm like, that boy was 13 at the end of that show. Like
Yeah.
that is weird.
Yeah.
And then in the Sweet Life on Deck, yeah, when she kissed him because he saved her, and like that was like season 1 or 2, so he was like 14, maybe 15 at that time, and she was a grown adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, can we? We'll save this. Oh, maybe we have. No, we're probably not gonna have time. Maybe next episode we'll talk about Maya and Zach.
Yep. We can do
Yeah,
that. Yep.
Maya and Zach were definitely a thing. We'll definitely get to them. Yeah. Next up, if we run out of time before, which we always do,
Mm-hmm.
or if we run out of talking points for the episode, we'll talk about Maya and Zach and Bailey and Cody.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Like there's definitely like I feel like now it's getting harder to like stay on the same topic. And the first episode with even though it was just with Daniela, we had a lot to talk about, and we kind of fill up most of the space with High School Musical. But yeah, what do you guys have anything else to say before we end this?
Um, I really hope they use the next 3 episodes of High School Musical, the series wisely.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be, I'm just really excited to see Miss Jen so she can put them in place and we can end this cringiness of this universal world that we're watching.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I just want to say as well that like I finally finished university, so I literally have all the time in the world now for videos. So I'm really excited, but also really scared. But yeah, I just finished on Friday, so I'm like literally don't know what else to do with my life, but probably YouTube will be my priority now. So yeah.
Heck yeah.
Look
What?
for a job now. Woo!
Yeah. Pretty
Um,
much, yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely into this. And you know, if enough people watch these, I'm sure like Mimi will grab us for other after shows.
Yeah, that would
Um,
be amazing, honestly. Like if we like I mean, we don't have to do like, you know, Disney shows. Like I even though like I don't swear in my videos, like I'm open to doing shows that aren't like, you know, kid friendly or whatever.
Well,
yeah,
I would really like for you to watch Big Time Rush and House of Anubis and Super Ninjas.
yeah. I need at least one Big Time Rush reaction. You
Yeah,
can just make a video where you react to their music videos, and that would be
and
perfect.
I need one reaction of House of Anubis because it'd be really interesting to see you watch that.
How many
Um,
seasons is that?
It's 3 seasons.
Oh wow.
you don't have to watch House of Anubis. Don't listen to
Okay,
me.
don't listen to him. I just want one video, just one video.
I just want one video of music videos. I don't want Mimi to sit down and watch the Big Time Rush show.
Is the are the songs better than the show?
Um, I think the songs are great, but I would definitely say like at the age you're at now, it's more likely that you would like the music more than the show.
Hmm.
But yeah, like I definitely think you should listen to the music or react to the music videos. If you weren't ta- if you weren't just reacting to Cobra Kai, I would say we could have a Cobra Kai after show.
Yeah. Honestly, like, yeah, I hopefully now that I'm done, like, with school, I can like um film the videos faster with my
Mhm.
sister because it was a really big struggle for us because we both had school at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe
But
have
yeah,
a Throwback
hopefully.
Tuesday. Watch a bunch of like throwbacks
Yeah. Oh, Throwback Tuesday?
or like a throwback
Yeah.
something Wednesday, Thursday,
That
Monday.
would be
Yeah.
cool. I would
Yeah.
like to do like cover some like Disney topics, you know, like kind of what we're doing.
Mhm.
So maybe yeah, maybe Nickelodeon as well. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
maybe we can set up a thing where we like pick an episode of a nostalgic show for us and watch it and have a live stream about like that show or the episode.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really great. Um, yeah, maybe we can do like Life with Derek or something,
Oh God.
just to make it Canadian and
Yeah.
incestuous. But yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for joining me. We'll end it here since it's already past the 2 hour mark.
Mhm.
And I am so excited for next episode. I don't know why, but I feel like it's gonna be good. Like we'll have some more, you know, drama,
Mhm.
like real drama. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week, and that is it. Bye.
All right, bye.
Bye.